Can you keep a secret? Well, then let's talk about what my kids are getting for Christmas. Hi, I am Rachel from 7 and All, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing what my kids are getting for Christmas. I am doing this video in collaboration with my friend Wendy from Plan Prep Pray, as well as a bunch of other homeschooling mom channels that you probably already know and love. So be sure to click on the playlist down below so that we can all just have fun sharing our Christmas secrets together and getting some inspiration and ideas from each other. Now, for context, at Christmas time, my boys will be 4 and 5 years old. They're about a year and a half apart. So in reality, they do play with a lot of the same things, but we do try to give them some joint presents as well as presents that cater to their individual interests. We are also expecting a newborn this Christmas, and so I'd love to ask you, leave me some comments down below. Does your family have any special first Christmas gift traditions? Our family does, and I'll share a little bit about that later on in the video. I'm just gonna start this video off with a bang with literally the biggest present of Christmas this year, which is an adjustable basketball hoop that we can put outside in our yard. This is a gift from my parents and it's a joint gift to both of my boys who love playing in our yard, bouncing their basketballs, dribbling them, and this will be quite the surprise. So that will be the probably the grand finale in actual Christmas presents, but I just decided to start the video with it. Now I'll start with my older son's gifts and then we'll move to our gifts for my 4-year-old. This one is actually going to be a joint present from my husband and I, and this is a set of walkie-talkies. So you know, 2 boys, 2 walkie-talkies, it will be perfect. We are very excited about this one. We opted to get more like actual walkie-talkies versus toy walkie-talkies just because I thought they might actually function better, last longer if they're designed for more like normal use. I can imagine them having a lot of fun playing at the park with these. Oh, and I will try to link to these different gifts down below in the description. If you see anything that you think would be perfect for one of your little ones. They're both getting shorts, matching shorts for Christmas. Not something that they'll probably be too excited about, but you know, are you even a kid if your parents don't get you clothes for Christmas? Then this was a special request from my son, a Spider-Man figurine. A lot of his friends are very into Spider-Man, so you know, they share these passions. Now he'll have his own Spider-Man figurine. And he also has a bunch of friends who love their Transformers, so he asked for a Transformer. And this is Bumblebee, little one, nice and compact. And I'm sure he'll figure out how to transform it before I will. Then we just got a small Lego set this year. He likes Legos, but he doesn't necessarily love like building sets. He kind of likes to do his own thing. But this was so cute. He'll build a set once, but then he'll take it apart and build it into something else. This was so cute. It's a piñata. The candy comes out. We have piñatas pretty frequently for birthdays in our family. So I thought this was adorable. I will link this down below. Great for boys or girls. Also an umbrella. The boys love to play with umbrellas in the rain, and I don't love it when they use my umbrella and break it, so they'll get a nice compact umbrella of their own. Then these are kind of unique. I'm sure you can recognize. We've got Mount Rushmore here. We've got the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument. These have a story behind them. My son is really, really into museums right now. He's always creating his own museum exhibits. We joke that he's going to be a museum curator. That's his hobby of choice at the moment. And he had actually specifically asked for a figurine of Mount Rushmore for his museum exhibits. And I was like, where are we ever gonna find a figurine of Mount Rushmore? We don't live in the US. It's not something you can easily find online over here. But my dad had a brilliant idea. He could 3D print them. So that's an idea for your Christmas if you know someone with a 3D printer, and if your kid asks for things that you're pretty sure don't exist. try 3D printing. So he's actually getting not only a Mount Rushmore statue, but also the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument to add as special exhibits to his little museum that he's constantly arranging and rearranging, and those will be really special. These are all monuments that we were able to see when we were on our trip to the US in 2022, so they definitely have meaning to him. That's why these were chosen, because he got to go there. And those can be exhibits in his museum now. And then also on the museum theme, we got him this kind of picture book, informational book, Wonders of the World's Museums, which just kind of has pages about different famous exhibits from museums around the world and information about them. So we can, you know, probably at the beginning he'll be more just looking at the pictures, seeing inspiration and what's in different cool museums, but also we'll get to learn. We can use this as a learning resource as he gets older too. Terracotta Army, so it's really got exhibits from all around the world and quite a variety. I think there's 50 different exhibits, but this goes well with his museum passion right now. And then this one is from his aunt, who took the boys out specifically to pick out their own Christmas presents from her before she had to leave to go back to the US. And they picked these out this summer, and they have been talking about them ever since, even though I've told them they're supposed to forget their Christmas presents. And he picked out this dinosaurs mega tub. I think he was going for quantity of dinosaurs to play with, which I would have said that I felt like we had plenty of dinosaurs, but I guess when you're 5, there are never enough dinosaurs. So that's what he picked. Now I'm gonna move you over to take a look at what my younger son is getting. And what he picked from his aunt is a shopping basket full of little food toys. And yes, again, he's been talking about this since July when they bought it. All little food toys. He loves food. Food is one of his great passions right now. That also connects to this toy right here, which is super fun. I will link it below. This is a Play-Doh set, which is a picnic shapes starter set. So you've got a little picnic basket, 6 little different colors of Play-Doh, some different accessories for cutting out shapes. You can make like different kinds of sandwiches for your picnics. He loves Play-Doh. He will sit down and play Play-Doh by himself for an hour or 2. And most of what he's doing when he plays with Play-Doh is making food and delivering it to me, delivering me pasta and hot dogs and every kind of food, pizza, cookies. So I think this will be a huge hit for him. Binoculars were also a special request that he had. So he'll get to have binoculars as well as the umbrella, special request. And then a big present, which this one's heavy. I'm sure you can recognize these magnet tiles. They are not the original Magnet Tiles brand, but magnetic tiles by my dear. And this is what I was able to get locally. Original magnetic tiles are about twice as expensive here as they are in the US, so those were kind of a no-go. But I did, we do own some magnet tiles, and what I learned from a year of owning magnet tiles is that I wanted specifically to get a kit that had the cars in it, because I have learned that the cars are what get fought over the most. So I wanted to make sure that when we're growing our collection, we are adding more cars. That's my tip for you. If you're starting or growing a magnet tile collection, look for these pieces that have the wheels. My sons love to build trucks and different cars and moving structures, so the wheels are very important. But I liked the variety of shapes that this one had. There's 100 pieces, so it will be a great big expansion, because magnet tiles really are the kind of toy that are kind of more fun the more pieces you have and the more stuff you can build. So this will be a very exciting present for him. And those are their presents. Now I'll talk about for my newborn. So have you left me a comment yet with what you do for your baby's first Christmas? For my family, our kind of tradition from back to my generation is to buy their their Christmas stocking that they will keep for the rest of their lives for their first Christmas. And me and all of my siblings had beautiful Christmas stockings with our names embroidered on them. So that was a tradition I really wanted to continue. However, I don't really live in a country where Christmas stockings are really a tradition. You can't really get the fancy, high quality ones. So for my first two sons, I ended up ordering the embroidered stockings from LL Bean, and I love those. Those are very beautiful, classic, traditional. And so I definitely want to continue that for my third son, get him a LL Bean embroidered stocking with his name on it to match with his brother's. But that's in the US, so I will have to order it. And then at some point, whenever we visit the US or one of my family members visits us, they can bring us a Christmas stocking whenever, in what year that might be. It's okay, you know, you actually have a couple of years before they even notice or know what a stocking is. I think my oldest son was 3 and my second son was 2 by the time they physically received their stockings, but I had been planning on it the whole time. So, you know, it's kind of the thought that counts in that sense. So let me know your traditions, and let me know in the comments, is there any Christmas presents that you are especially excited about for this year? I think the walkie-talkies really have my heart for this year, because we would have had so much fun with that. Me and my siblings would have had so much fun with walkie-talkies as a kid, so I can just imagine them communicating and playing spies and all of that. And I'm also really impressed with these 3D sculptures. I think these are really neat. The ingenuity and the possibilities, because I did not think it would be possible to give him a Mount Rushmore figurine, but 3D printing made it happen. All right, don't forget to check out the rest of the collab, Wendy's videos, and all the rest of my friends' videos about Christmas presents. And check back here later in November. I will be posting my stocking stuffers that my boys are getting. And if you couldn't tell by what I said about stockings, I'm a pretty big fan of stockings. All right, I'll be seeing you. Bye.